Hello and greetings from San Francisco. My name's John Arneal.
Hi, I'm Matt Douglas.
Would like to play a little music for you. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay high? We're not actually going to do Elvis covers. I'd be surprised actually if you get to hear that, because don't they have people who shut that stuff down, like if you're playing copyright protected stuff? I don't know personally, but I've heard rumors. Anyway, it's John and Matt. I'm a little up, as I often am in the morning. Because I'm really nervous to be in front of a camera. That's me. But I'm glad to have Matt with me this time. It's good to see you.
Yes, I'm glad to be here.
So I have a list of what I'm supposed to talk about up on a TV there. I have a Rain song that I haven't taken out before. I'm very excited here. Let me be like, when kids learn about cameras, they hold things up to them. It's super sweet. So there's my Rain song. And I got lyric sheets. I got all kinds of stuff going on. So we're in San Francisco to play the Outside Lands Festival, which is exciting. It's in Golden Gate Park, I'm pretty sure.
I think it is too.
And yeah, we haven't played in a minute, right? When were we last out? When did we get back?
It was we played together in Chicago.
That's right. You and me did that.
After Memorial Day weekend.
Which I don't even know what month Memorial Day is.
That's not the September one.
Yeah,
it's the May one.
Right. It was in May. So it was 3 shows, Old Town School of Folk Music, and the live. I listened to the Mountain Goods podcast, and that leads me to one of my talking points up there. I'm supposed to tell you that we were working on a new season of the podcast. I went up to Brooklyn to record parts of it last week, and I was there. I stayed in Sunset Park. It was very nice. I ate at the same place every night. Having a routine. It was sweet. And so we did some of that. We're not done yet. I know we announced an idea at the end of when we did the live thing, but we actually have turned left on that, and that's really all I can tell you about that. But we have an exciting thing coming with the podcast. And I'm really way more comfortable. I mean, I know I talk incessantly on stage, and I am comfortable bantering, but then talking to the camera just always feels weird. So I would like to play you a song. We're working on new stuff, always working on new stuff. And this is a song that I know for a fact isn't going to make the next album, but I'm really pretty fond of it. It was written in the back of the tour bus during the Jason Isbell tour last year, and it's called Hand of Death. Hand of Death, ladies and gentlemen. Rehearsing for the Tournament of Champions, somebody's going to have to cleanse the temple. Train by moonlight all night. Practice with a blindfold on. Try not to think too hard about the neighbors up on my balcony that overlooks the harbor. Preparing to deploy the hand of death. Preparing to deploy the hand of death. Rest among the ruins of old empires. Rise from my heavy sleep at sundown. Byways on my pathway. Beckoning. Stay focused on the target. Feel close enough to taste its beating heart. Hungry as a captive of the king. Preparing to deploy the hand of death. Preparing to deploy the hand of death. Sure and steady. Almost ready. Remind myself to breathe, heed thou my counsel. Skin and bones and blood and tender flesh. There will be no return to these beginnings. Preparing to deploy the hand of death. Preparing to deploy the hand of death. Yeah, how's it going? That song has like never been played live or anywhere by anybody. So that's the thing that I like best about doing these Facebook Lives. I've been threatening to do more of them, but it's hard to find space, especially when you really just hate looking at the camera. And so you can do what other people do and look at the screen, but that's a bad habit. You want to look at the camera. You want to tell people how you feel. Am I right, Matt?
You're right.
Thank you so much. So what else have I got on my list? Ryan, who takes care of business for us because I'm not good at business, said that we're planning out next year's touring, and if you have a place that you would like us to come that we haven't been to, you should mention it. He is in the comments. I don't think he's commenting right now because that would be weird. Although Ryan, if you're listening, and I bet you maybe are, you can always comment if you like. But anyway, yeah. So he's around looking at stuff to see where we ought to go. If you have places we want to go, we've never played Wyoming. I really want to play Wyoming. I feel like what are the other? There's like
Nevada,
Hawaii. I feel like there's one other, possibly in the eastern seaboard somewhere. I think Delaware. We haven't done Delaware for years. I thought we had done Delaware because I had played in Wilmington, North Carolina, and I was like, if you ever read James Thurber's *The Moth and the Star*, the point of this very affecting fable is that there's a young moth who wants to fly to a star, and his parents tell him to stop being overambitious. Your brothers and your sisters have all singed themselves on candles long ago, and he doesn't want to fly near candles or near streetlights. He just wants to fly to a star, right? Well, he doesn't. All of his family dies young, right? But he lives to an old age because the only thing he ever tries to touch is the star. And because it's Thurber, he says, by the end of his life, he started telling people he had flown to the star, right? And so, and saying what it was like. I don't remember what I'd taken off what it was for that.
Well, and going to Wilmington, Delaware.
Oh, yeah.
Stars.
So for years I was like, oh no, I know I've played Delaware. I saw it, but I haven't actually played Delaware. But I feel like there's actually something in the offing for fall. I don't know if it's been announced, and you're supposed to not announce things that haven't been announced. You get a lot of trouble. It's very dire. But I'm like 99% certain there's a thing. Again, look for Ryan in the comments. He will tell you if the Delaware thing is public knowledge yet. As for now, it's a secret that only I know what I'm talking about. So we should play another song. This is one of my favorite of the Ozzy songs of the Marsh Witch Visions, and it's called "Song for Black Sabbath's second North American tour." Hang my hammer on it, never see it again. Set sail for the cosmos, high above the world, beaten down men. Not long for this work, I'm gonna have to be reminded to stay away from windows, not to leave important things behind. All gone, all gone with the dawn. And then I'm in an airplane heading west, high above the ocean, unsteady on my feet ahead, body in motion, so far from the slaughterhouse, with big hearts, landing at the party, tearing up the charts. With the dawn. That is the fun part. That is the fun part. Super cool. Speaking of the fun part, we also we're going on tour in like a week or something. When is tour?
Like 2 weeks.
It's coming right up. And a number of the shows are already sold out. And that's another thing I'm supposed to remind you about is that that we try and play the right size room. You know, you want you want to play a sold out room. That feels nice. If it's not sold out, then the empty seats are the ones you notice, right? And so yeah, but a number of them are full already, and some of them are going fast. I didn't get a list of which ones are the closest to gone, but if you are, there used to be like noise records in the 80s. It'd say like, if you are at all curious about the contents of this record, you should not hesitate to purchase it. Which I always thought you'd see it, and if you were buying these records, you'd be like, okay, I resent that, but I'm going to buy it in case you're right. Right. So yeah. In the case of those noise records, they were always telling the truth. There were lots of 100 and 300, and they're worth a ton of money now, and the people who own them don't sell them. so you cannot own the 150 Murderous Passions. No, you can only hear about it. But I bet it's on Bandcamp now. So are us. So and there will be more news about that too that I don't have on my list. So I don't know if I'm legally barred from mentioning that. And I've been writing a lot of stuff. Is the thing. I'm writing continuously. I'm in a really comfortable, fun writing zone. I'm working on another book also, but I really enjoy writing, and it's something I do with my kids. You know, if I wake up and one of the kids says he wants to do a song, then I open up the laptop and I open up GarageBand and I take out a notebook and I look at titles and I do something. And I got half of one done the other day. I was so certain I was gonna have it ready for you by now, but now I can't even remember anything about it. So
something for the kids or something?
No, something for these guys. So something for the public. No, as we know, the kids' song. Oh, man, you guys want to hear a little tiny piece of a song from when Roman got a dragon costume? Matt doesn't know this one. I haven't heard it. How's it go? I used to play it on piano. So. I think I've probably played this at some point live. Most of the songs I wrote for Roman when he was small. So yeah, he had a dragon tail that his Aunt Lisa sent him. And then he was learning how to hug people, right? And so we call hugs squeezes because we did Insufferably Cute. I know if you don't want to hear the talk about cute kids, maybe go get yourself a cup of tea yourself. I understand how it is. I'm gonna put on my tail, break out of jail and do the dragon squeeze. Oh, yeah. Wrap my tail around my waist and give you just a taste of the dragon squeeze. When I'm wearing my tail, there's no telling what I'll do. Might run around in a circle or give a big dragon squeeze to you. It's true. I'm gonna put my tail on, head out to the lawn and do the dragon squeeze. So if you come to town, prepare to party on down and do the dragon squeeze. Dragon squeeze, dragon squeeze. That's all of the old Mountain Goat song endings went to the songs for Roman. So they all ended as in the old school style. So even if they're on piano, which was harder to get that little staccato result, unless you're a good musician like Matt. Myself, I try, but I can do it with fifths. If I put the third in, I'm just mystified. I don't know what to do with that one. So yeah, I think I've covered the stuff I was supposed to talk. Oh no, I haven't. There's another thing. Unfortunately, I'm supposed to sort of allude to it, but then I wrote down what it is. So now I have to. Here's the thing: if you have thought to yourself, you know, in the privacy of your heart, or among friends, or in public, if you've delivered speeches about it, maybe at the 4th of July, the thing where they set up the podium and everybody can give a little oration, maybe you have said, by God, I can't be happy until I have a small card, a laminated card that lets people know that I recruit people into the cult of the mountain goats. Right? I've done this so many times, but I don't have a card, to prove my bona fides. I've heard rumors that you'll be able to get such a card at an extraordinarily reasonable price on the fall tour.
Sweet.
So yeah, I'm supposed to talk about the recruiter cards, but they're really cool is the thing. We look at some other stuff. I'm always trying to, I always feel sheepish about merch. I know you shouldn't, especially in the age of streaming music and stuff, but when you're trying to sell people stuff, you don't want it to look like you're selling them garbage, or, it's like I like to buy the stuff that has to do with musicians that I like, but it always feels a little weird to be selling anything but music, music, like, it seems fair, other stuff, like, I don't know. Oh, people do like the bandanas that you dip in water to keep yourself cool in the summer. But I never said to myself, I wish my summer wet bandana said Black Sabbath on it.
Right.
I mean, I do, now that I think of it. I'm going to buy 10 of them and have them printed myself. Let's just play another song and be done, because it's so weird talking to the camera, but it's good to see you. Do you think anybody would look if it was like pitch black or something? If it was like, we were here, but you couldn't actually see us? Or if we were just glowing specters?
I think we would.
Glowing
I think
specters.
Would look at the golden specters.
Ryan, would you please look into how we could turn ourselves into glowing specters for the next Facebook Live broadcast? I am going to try and do these more often, and I will try to learn to talk a little more slowly.
People are writing.
So yeah, I know they are. That's what those hearts. That means that they love me, and that makes it feel good inside. And you too.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, it's really exciting. I just want to say that I saw that somebody said something about Florida, and we are going to Florida.
We are going to Florida. That's
Florida.
happening. We're going to Florida very shortly. Right now, we're in San Francisco. We're playing at the Outside Lands Festival in a few hours. I have to practice my set list for that, because we haven't actually played a live set as a band since spring.
Yeah.
So
yeah, right.
So, and then I wrote a bunch of stuff on the set that none of the guys have even heard. No, that's not true. I would get outvoted on that. Let's. Oh, you know what? You don't know this song at all, but I want to play it anyway, because I'm kind of into the song right now. It's the first song on the first cassette. It's called "Running Away with What Freud Said," and I will see you all next time. Big city, wide corner, new flowers, cold comfort, 56 Fahrenheit, early in the morning. Buses passing by, black smoke in their way. Big surprises, a lot of big surprises. Phones ringing, running away with what Freud said. New morning, world breathing, far, far from home, big ring in the bones. Whose bones are these? God, please. Feel the pumping, feel the fresh blood pump inside. City's living, the city's truly living. What's the difference? Running away with what Freud said. And in the style of all old Mountain Good songs, then the riff has to repeat itself for a while. So the song will seem like it's longer than 90 seconds. But thank you for joining us today on Facebook Live. See you next time. Yeah, it looked up, the computer gave me a dictionary instead of actually ending the video, so that was very anticlimactic. I'm very angry. Because, no, I know, of course I mean want to end. Computer,